Did you miss it? You should have stayed, dude. We played a 3v3 search. I shouldn't even say 3v3. It was a 2v3 search. It was Jackie, Dr. Fate, and Bad Bunny versus me, and I'm too sweaty. And I went 15-1, and we won after losing 3 rounds because I just sat in a corner because I was not trying to die. It was me v3 for like 3 rounds, dude. Yeah, what? I swept up. I went 15-1, and Jackie's like, "What if Jackie went 2-9. Bad Bunny went 3-9, and Dr. Fate was like AFK for like 3 rounds. He went 1-6. He went 8-5. He was just following me. Yeah, he's gonna be forced to. That's why he made that team too. They could always put him in as a sub, I'm pretty sure. Or I think you can change the alternate or something like that. I'm too sweaty. He needs to run with us if he's gonna learn anything. No, I gotta play Warzone, dude. I got a tournament tomorrow. No, I'm doing a Warzone tournament. Like an actual 18. No, I'm doing an $1,800 Warzone tournament. And I have to run it with Hydra, so I gotta be like tip-top shape tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, sit in the fucking corner, bro. But it's a kill race.
Oh.
I dropped 21 earlier and won, so I'm hoping Hydra just hits 10.
We're playing pubs. I'm gonna put my strike pack on.
No, I gotta play Warzone. I'm waiting for Hydra actually.
That's fine. I'm just gonna put it on because I'd like to use an FAL on Warzone. Yeah, bro. I had a long conversation with Trenton last night.
About what? The roster.
Literally everything. Yeah, everything he's doing.
He's a player. They're fucked. They get a bad rap.
Force him to make a Team 2 team and let Sneaky be solely in charge of it. So that, one, Sneaky could, have some power into his name and actually teach some kids something. Do anything, really. And for two, to have these new guys to at least be filtered through T2 to have them experience and have, some knowledge before you throw them into the flames. And you put them in a stub or you start them in a random scrimmage on the, the starting 5 team randomly.
Well, to be honest, when we joined, like, I joined before you, obviously. But when I joined, it wasn't fair, because you had a bunch of fucking kids on D3 that have never had any knowledge of playing CDLs in their fucking life. And then I was there, I was like the diamond in the rough. And then people like you started joining and it got better, and now we're all split up because everybody in the hires wanted us.
Well, that's how it's gonna work. I mean, the day me and Salami joined, we tried out, and then that night we got put on starting 5. And I was like, okay, I barely know how to play CDL. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. The night I joined, it only took him an hour, and he's like, you know what, you're just starting.
I thought that was, I didn't think it was ridiculous, because I didn't know 100%
But these kids that have been here for like almost like 2 months just got thrown into the trash can, you know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck?
I told him, I was like, dude, like, you got people on here who have, the potential. They need to be worked with, dude. Like, obviously. They obviously just need to be worked with. They need to teach. Someone needs to teach them something, and it can't be you, because obviously you're doing something wrong that's not getting to their head because they're not improving.
And any shot that Trenton had of having D1 guys come down and help the D3 guys and all that, he ruined it.
What'd he do?
I guess he told Vert and everybody, or he was talking to Vert and everybody, and they have a recording of him saying that our D1 team, or our team, has strike packs and we're cheating and this and that. So who knows? Our first games of the season, all of our D1 team might have fucking hand cams, bro.
They're not gonna take anything Trenton says seriously. I doubt that.
No, because now Vert's gonna say something to Seth, is what he was getting at.
Well,
and
Seth
it pissed Tay
probably
off,
doesn't even
and then
care
Tay
for him.
said something to Jake, and it pissed Jake off, and then they showed all of us, and then it pissed all of us off.
When did that happen? Like a while ago, or is that
Today.
like recent? Today.
Today we found out that Trent said something about it.
Because there was something going on in the chat. Yeah, Trenton said something like, "At everyone, I'm getting
But now you
reports
can't
that
even
people
use the
think
paddles.
D1 is using strike packs." Yeah. I mean, like, I don't really care for that. I mean, like, I barely use it as is. I only put it on when I was playing pubs, just so I could use the, a full auto FAL to make people mad. But, like,
you know what it was?
that,
It was the other day when there's like a couple of us D1 guys in there. Or whatever happened. I don't know. We were just beaming people. Like, we had our M4 set up.
It's because they have no gun skill.
I'll tell you why we have no recoil, and you're gonna understand why we have no recoil on our M4s. We literally use in M4. We use the Curvis Marksman barrel with the Commando foregrip, 30 round mag. Everybody uses the Forged TAC CQS stock. And then it's either a compensator or a sight. There's not going to be any recoil. You might get a little bump. But with that setup, there is no recoil. That or they have M16 Grenader stocks on the back of that.
And it's...
That's just straight beams.
I had a conversation with Clouden before. And I said, I told him before, I was like, trying to decipher whether someone's using a strike pack just by their recoil, is pretty difficult by itself.
In past Call of Duties, I could understand, because you didn't have all this recoil control. Recoil was relevant back then. But now with all the attachments and what attachments do now, it's a different ballgame.
Recoil control was strictly vertical, and this is the first game we've had in which recoil stabilization has actually been made into an attachment. The strike pack version too, the latest version that they have now, was
Black
made
Ops 4, I guess, had good stabilization features if you got that one for it.
The strike pack was made, well, at least the most recent strike pack for version 2 was made during Black Ops 3 era, where vertical recoil was the only thing that existed. So whenever you add a strike pack, you put anti-recoil on, there's nothing stopping your gun from bouncing side to side. You have no stabilization there unless you put attachments on for stabilization. So if you have anti-recoil on, that's fantastic. But if you also have, a Commando foregrip on to limit your stabilization as well, I mean, you could, make the argument for it, but at the same time, there's no clear indication because they, if you're stacking, marksman barrels, if you're stacking any barrel, give or take, on top of a gun, to reduce its recoil, then, it's a lot harder to tell. This could be all attachment based. They could have, that attachment plus,
I can tell you that's what D1 is. Everybody
it.
runs it in D1. It's all attachment based. Why our recoil is not even relevant.
I've never accused anybody in D1 of strike pack because there's at that point, not only do you guys not care enough to use one to go buy one, you don't really need it. Says at everyone, I'm getting reports that people think D1 is using strike packs. I don't know who told you that, but it's false, and don't say it isn't.
Because D1 confronted him. Jake confronted him. Jake messaged him. And then I was in practice earlier, and I started fucking yelling at him.
Yeah, Superman was playing devil's advocate, and he said, Trenton, everyone is entitled to their own opinion. And then he said, no matter how wrong it is. And Trenton said, not when your opinion is false and hurts reputations. And Superman said, yes, they are. You can't force people to change their minds. It's their opinion. Trenton said, I can't. but I can say anyone who spreads this and I find out will be referred to Deacon. Some people on D1 player D3, and I won't have slander on them. Superman said, I'm just saying you tell them to stop thinking they have strike plat. You can't tell.
I know
What?
exactly what it's about too. I know exactly what Trenton probably said it about. Because I bought a strike pack and all of a sudden I became D1. Oh, that's kind of funny because you can ask Dirt. I didn't use it unless we were in pubs together because I was playing with you the whole time, like all the time when I got it. So like, it's not even relevant.
Nothing changed. Nothing really changed from your gameplay.
No, it just gave me an easier. I don't have to control it. I literally just aim and shot then.
I mean, all of this is chalked up to, not really misunderstanding, but just people not actually realizing
People being
what
upset
happened
at
in
where
the
people are
off-season.
going.
Yeah, I mean, it's at that point, they lost a Vixie in D1. They needed someone to replace a Vixie. They chose Salami to replace them. All right, we got,
They lost user.
Hawkeye. Yeah,
needed
Hawkeye
somebody
was
for him.
forced to use subs, so they pulled Rebel, and they wanted Spartan as well, but Savage said no.
Yeah, exactly. But nobody wants to believe that, But you just go look at my gameplay from the tryouts, dude. I'd never used it once in the tryouts. So like, it makes no sense.
Oh, I caught Bunny hard with it yesterday.
Oh, Bunny using his?
Yeah, Bunny
You can tell
was
when he
using
doesn't
his
have
in
his on because he has no idea how to control an M4 recoil without one.
100%. I caught him, bed-handed on it, hard point on his ear cave. He started off the match with a sniper rifle per Bunny, his usual gimmick there, and I can tell he had a rapid fire on.
Oh, his
I can tell
pistol?
why
Oh,
he
you can
uses
tell when
rapid
he
fire.
uses his fucking pistol, dude. It's so
And he uses
easy.
that rapid fire mod because he doesn't have a fully automatic gun. It's just a sniper rifle and a pistol. So rapid fire won't work on a bolt action sniper rifle. For one, he can have his quickscope mod on. And as well as that, rapid fire will work on his pistol. So, whenever he needs it, he can just pull it out and, here's my machine pistol, eat it.
Yep.